Okay, the purpose of this video is to show how to save files and photos to your phone, and there are a number of options for doing that. We're going to focus on email, texting. If you get messages from people, how do you save the files that are attached to those? We'll also think about how you would download files or photos from the web and save them to your phone. So let's go into, how about my Google Drive? We'll start with that. If I have like a PDF file in Google Drive, and this is a PDF file here. In fact, in Google Drive, they show you what files are PDFs, and so I'm going to click on this guy right here, and I'm going to tap the three dots in the upper right. Now with Google Drive, they don't actually have a download option per se, but the equivalent of that is the open in option. So let's select that, and you have a number of options. You can email the file, you can share it through social media, you can put it in your Dropbox. I'm going to save to this phone. So I'm going to select Save to Files. There we go. So right now I have iCloud Drive selected. I don't think I want to save it to my iCloud Drive or any of these other options down here. How about on my phone? And let's say that I don't want to put it in any of these folders. Maybe I want to just start a new folder and place it in there. So I'm going to select the folder button in the upper right with the plus sign on it. There you go. Let's give it a name. Let's call it the test folder. Perfect. Done. Excellent. So I still haven't saved the file in that folder. I need to actually click Save in the upper right in order to put that in there. So let's do that. Done. So let's go into our files folder and make sure that that happened the way we intended for it to happen. So you'll notice when I open up my Files app, I'm in the iCloud Drive portion of the Files app. So the best thing to do is to click Browse, either in the lower right or in the upper left. And then we're going to go to On My Phone, because if you remember, that's where we saved it. And there's the test folder right there. You see it right here. So let's select that. And I did a long press there. I went a little slow, but when you do a long press on a folder, you have a number of options. You can share the folder, you can rename it, duplicate it, and so on. But we actually want to go into it. So we'll do a quick tap. There you go. And there is the file. It was saved, and it's now on my phone. Okay, so I click Done there. All right, so what if someone emails that file to me, or maybe I want to email it to someone? So let's go back into where we were, and I'm going to tap this, and I want to share it with myself by email, let's say. So I'm going to tap the square in the lower left corner, the share icon. Bam. And how about I email it to myself? So I'm going to click Gmail, and I'm actually sending it from my work email. So how about I send it from my work email to my personal email? Actually, yeah, let's do that. Yeah, that'll work. Subject, we'll call this a test. All right, and so yeah, you'll notice the attachment there is in the email. So I'm going to click that blue arrow in the upper right. Bam. So it's going to send that email, and then I can check my work email to see if I got it. So I'm going to put this app in the background. It's probably best I open up my Gmail app. Now I sent it from my work email to my personal email, and this is my personal email inbox, so I'm going to tap that email just like this. So what if I open up this PDF like so? I just tapped on it, and I want to save it to a file. Well, I could click the, I can either save it to my drive by tapping the triangle with the plus sign in it, or I could tap the share icon in the upper right. Again, all of this has no practicality in the sense that I'm just sharing these things with myself, but I'm doing it to show you how if someone else emailed you a document, how you would share, or how you would first download that to your phone if you wanted to. So this is all just for teaching purposes, but I'm going to click that share icon in the upper right. There it is. And again, I can save it. I can I can share it through social media, by email, texting. I'm going to save to files, and I'm going to dump it, let's say, in that test folder. So tap that. It's already highlighted actually, so I'm just going to click save. There you go. So am I going to have 2 copies of this now in that folder? Let's find out. Let's go to that folder. Look, yeah, so I do have 2 of those files in there. Great. So as I've shown, this is how you would save a file. And this goes for PDFs, it goes for Microsoft Word, documents, Google Drive, or Google Docs of all different kinds. So there you go. Now, what if someone texts a photo to you? We're going to focus now on photos. So I'm going to swipe out of this, all of these. Okay. So let's say, here I am in my photo library, and I'm going to text this. So if you notice, if I want to share this with anybody, I'm going to tap the share button in the bottom left. So I'm actually first showing you how to share a photo with someone. So let's say I want to share it with myself. So I tap myself, and I don't need to write a message. So I'll just click that little blue button. Bam. All right, so I just shared that photo with myself. Now, notice in the upper portion of my screen, a banner has shown. I just got a text. So I'm going to tap on that. Look at that. So let's pretend that this came from someone else. And I look at that photo and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I think I want to download that to my photo library. So what you do is you can tap on it, take a look at it in its biggest form on your screen. You can tap the square with the arrow in it on the lower left, tap that. And then you can opt to either save the image to your photo library. You can also save to files. I already demonstrated how to do that. So you could tap save to files, and you can dump it in any of these folders on your phone, or you can put it in iCloud Drive. I'm going to cancel that. I don't want to put it in my files in the file app. I'd rather save it to my photo library. So I'm going to click Save Image. What I've essentially done there is I've saved it to my photo library. So I'm going to click Done. Now let's just see for a second if that happened. Yeah, so you see this down here? It's saved. So there you go. That is how you download that to your photo library. Let's go back to text messages for a second. What if I long press on this picture? What happens? So when I long press, I basically have another way of saving this. So I can click save, and when I do that, I'll tap. There we go. I did a long tap there and messed up. So save. All right. You know what? When I tap save, I didn't realize it, but every time I tap save just there, it instantly saved to my photo library. So that actually saved me a couple of taps. And so you see, I've got duplicates there of the same photo. Great. What if I email this photo to myself? All right. Well, I'm going to get out of my texting app. Let's go to my Gmail app. And I'm going to compose a email, and I'm going to send it to myself, and we're going to call this test pic. And let's say I want to, I don't know, how about attach a photo? So I'll click attach. See some of my photos pop up on the bottom. I think I'd like to look at all my photos. So I'm going to click all. Oh, and there's a photo right here, my last one. I'm going to in fact, actually, let's pick a different one. I'm going to tap this screenshot of an Uber receipt that I got. So I'm going to send that to myself. Okay, so the email is there. Let's tap that. So pretend someone has sent you this email, and you would like to save this picture to, I don't know, maybe your photo library. So tap, do a long press on that, and you can share. So let's tap that, and you can save it. You can save the image to your photo library, or you can save it to your files down here. I don't think I want to save to my files. I'm going to click cancel. How about I save the image to my photo library? So let's see if that worked. Did it? Sure did. There it is in my photo library. All right, so that's basically how you download files and photos that you receive by email or by text. One little thing I didn't show earlier was when you open up an email app like Gmail, before you actually go into the app, you could just do a long press on the app like so, and you can choose to compose. Like in this case, I can compose an email using my personal email or my work email. It just saves you a couple clicks because normally we would just go into the app, and after a couple clicks, you can select which a personal account or the work account that you want to use, and then go from there. All right, so that's a little bit about saving files and photos to your phone.